When I talk about consoles, I usually tend to branch Nintendo off into their own little ecosystem because of what they've been able to do with their mostly exclusive library of unique games. Like, yeah, PlayStation and Xbox are dope with their, rollout of new exclusives. Well, actually, I don't know about Xbox. They've pretty much had the same exclusives for years. But Nintendo's games have their own special feel when you play them. Like, it feels as a treat to play a Mario Kart game on a Nintendo Switch. But if I tried emulating it on a PC, it just wouldn't have the same feeling as if I played it on a home console. Not saying I still wouldn't do it though. I didn't illegally download these Switch games for nothing. These games have always been fun to play since the previous generations of consoles. So much so that a good portion of the Nintendo community still does play on the older hardware just because of how well the games have aged. The Nintendo DS series, the Wii, GameCube, it's not hard to find active players that still use these consoles. Hell, I just recently went back to the Wii to play Mario Galaxy for the first time. Unfortunately though, online play on all of the older consoles has been suspended, and Nintendo has confirmed that in the near future, the eShop function, which acts as a digital store for these older Nintendo devices, will be suspended as well. So players only have a limited amount of time to access this beloved feature. But as the days get numbered for the game's end of support, players were shocked to see that Mario Kart 7, a game that hasn't been updated in over 10 years, recently saw an update on the 3DS. For a game this old, it isn't normal for a studio to just randomly come back with an update. I said it isn't normal. Nothing new was added into the update as far as content, obviously, but instead the game saw a security update, of which is more important than you may initially expect. In fact, multiple games on Nintendo platforms, even some new, have seen a security update, all with this similar exploit that needed to be patched. Games like Animal Crossing New Horizons and Nintendo Switch Sports both most likely received a security update. But what was it about these games that needed to be addressed? Well, according to researchers on the internet, these updates fixed a discovered vulnerability known as ENL buffer PWN. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like a virus, so I'm assuming this is boss level hacks. Apparently this issue, found in the games mentioned earlier, sets users up for exploits such as payment information being leaked, and camera and mic access. I fucking told you. That is scary. If you haven't already, I advise anyone that still plays these games on the 3DS or Wii U and even on the Switch to update to the latest version, because I can't imagine how silly I'd feel for my bank information to be leaked via Mario Kart. The exploit comes from the games not setting a cap on the amount of data being sent during a game session, which causes a buffer overflow. To translate that from non-nerd terms to understandable English, a hacker could have overflowed the game's code and got access to your Meemaw's Chase debit card and stole all of her IRA money. From what we know now, Nintendo is most likely on top of this situation, and the games that were known to be affected have been patched. But there's still no telling if any other older games have exploits similar. I wouldn't want to think so, but when you just put something like this on the table, you gotta consider all possibilities. So all my Nintendo users, just stay on top of your updates in the future, as you just don't know how bad the exploits can get. Nintendo usually has a tight-knit system, but this should just go as a reminder for anyone to be safe when playing online. So what do you guys think about Nintendo's little situation going on right now? Feel free to leave a comment down below, and as always, leave a like on the video, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.